All right, we're back for part two. Now we're going to install this toilet. Floors have been replaced. We got a new wax ring and bolt kit. We got a new toilet put together. We got a separate video for that. Probably be linked to this video. Let's get started. Inside the new bolt kits now, it comes with this bolts and then a bolt place holder. So when you install the bolt down into the flange, like so, you slide this down over top of it. Like so, and it holds the bolt in place. So when you're installing the toilet, you don't have to worry about it moving around. When you're pushing them down, just make sure that you go off to the side and underneath of where the wax ring sits on top of the flange right here. Just like that. All right. Next, we're going to unwrap our wax ring. This is what seals the toilet when you flush it to the flange on the floor. So this 2 3/4 inch drain hole goes down inside your 3-inch drain pipe. And we're going to just set this right on there in the middle, like so. And when we pick the toilet up, how I'm getting ready to show you, we're going to place it on top of there so that the bolt holes come up through these holes on the side of the toilet here. And when we do that, it'll position the wax perfectly on the discharge channel on the bottom of the toilet. There'll be a picture on the video right here, again, showing you how the toilet works, how it has its own trap system built in, and when you flush it, how it operates so that the odor doesn't come back up into the bathroom. But this is the only thing sealing the water when you flush from going all over your floor or down into the drain. All right. When you go to install the toilet, it's best to straddle the toilet like so. Right underneath here, it's basically like a built-in handle on both sides. And you're just going to pick it up and walk it in and line up the bolts with those holes we just showed you. So I'm going to straddle it, pick it up, walk it in, come down on top of that wax ring like so. Yep, I got both bolts. And then we're just going to gently push down. And what that's going to do is spread that wax out and create a wax seal, wax ring seal between the toilet and the flange. Now you want to make sure your toilet's straight. Push down solid on both sides. And now we're going to be ready to install our hardware that mounts the toilet to the floor. This toilet came with the new style. Some of them are going to come with just a brass nut. That's going to be a 7/16. So I recommend having a 7/16 wrench handy when you're doing a toilet. But this is the new style. And it's a nylon nut. And you tighten it down on there. And then the cap for the bolt snaps onto this. So you don't have to worry about your cap coming loose or being difficult to get on and off. All right, so we're going to start tightening them down. When you tighten it, you're going to want to get it snug on one side and then snug on the other. And then, just like when we were installing the tank, if you watch the video on how to put a toilet together, you're going to want to tighten it basically 2 turns each side until it's tight. That way it tightens evenly and it doesn't make the toilet sit one way or the other. All right, so that's snug on that side. Snug on this side. Again, this is where you want to check. Make sure your toilet's straight to the wall. Install it how you want it. Because once you start tightening it up, it's going to be hard to adjust the way it's positioned on the floor. Slip joint pliers, also called channel locks. I'm going to tighten it up 2 turns per side. We've all sat on a wobbly toilet. You can over tighten this, but you do want to tighten it to the point where when you sit on it, it does not move around at all, because that moving could create a channel in the wax and allow the water to leak out from around the base. Pop the cover on. What I like to do before we hook the water up, sit on it. I'm a bigger guy, so sit on it, move around, make sure it's not rocking or moving. Solid, sturdy. Next step, we're gonna get some nylon thread tape, and we're gonna put some nylon tape on this right here so that we can make sure we have a good joint when we hook our connection and our fill line up. Nylon thread tape, we're gonna pop it out. Take out about a 6-inch piece. Wrap it around our valve, male side. Like so. Careful. One thing you really want to be careful of is make sure you don't get the tape over top of the mouth of the inlet for the valve. Got a brand new fill line, braided, flexible, so that it can be adjusted to any height toilet that you need. They do sell them in different lengths. They do have one shorter than this, but we weren't sure the length we were going to need for this bathroom, so we got the mid-size. So we'll have to put a little loop in it. But the first thing we're going to do, you can see it has a rubber gasket. Check, make sure the gasket's there. Check, make sure the gasket's there. I have had them be missing, and no matter what you do, it's going to leak if that gasket's missing. So set this on here, get it started. Take your pliers, tighten it all the way up. All right, now this connects to the bottom of the tank bowl right here. What I'm going to do is make a loop in my braided hose and come up to it. I apologize for the clumsiness. It's for the camera angle, because I, like Inigo Montoya, am not left-handed.
I am not left-handed.
If you don't get that, you're too young. Unlike Wesley, the cameraman is left-handed.
I'm not left-handed either.
All right, that's tight. Now we're going to turn the water on. First place you want to check, you want to make sure there's no leaks here. As you slowly turn the water on, keep an eye on it, feel it, no leaks. Next place you're going to check, where we installed that gasket, you see that gap is closed here now. So that gasket is good and tight, no water. Then you want to look in here and make sure as it's filling that you don't see any crazy bubbles or hear any noise. Everybody's had their toilet leak, so make sure the flapper's working. The first one you want to watch it and make sure that the float valve is working correctly, so that as it rises, it lifts this up, turns the water off like that. And when the water goes lower, turns the water back on like that. So we're going to watch the first one and make sure. Then we're going to flush it, check for leaks around the base. Then we're going to watch it fill up one more time. Then we're going to put the top on and we're going to be done. All right, now we're going to watch around the base when I flush. Nothing. Check the toilet, make sure it's holding water in the chamber the way it's supposed to. Have seen toilets that don't work because there's a crack allowing air inside and all the water just constantly drains out, and it allows for the smell of the septic or sewer to come back up through the toilet. So this one's holding the water the way it's supposed to. We're going to watch it one more time, flush it one more time, put the lid on it and clean up and get out of here. All right, it's full again. We're going to flush it one more time, check everything. Put the lid on and call it a day. That's another video brought to you by Your Home Made Easy. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more 80s fun facts.